It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Paderborner in Germany. A lot of people of a certain age will remember Paderborner because I know the British Army were situated there for quite a long time. And I think it might be the reason why over the last few years you've started to see this Pilsner in the UK. I've seen this rock up in kind of specialist bottle shops. Indeed, our channel sponsor, Biers of Europe, has kindly sent us this beer today. We'll talk about those in a moment. This is a 500 milliliter bottle. The beer is coming in at, we'll get to that in a moment, shall we? 4.8% ABV. It's a dark brown bottle with a silver bottle cap. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Little bit of smoke, not too much. A little bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. That looks really nice, doesn't it? We've got a 3-finger. It's slightly off-white actually. It's a slightly creamy coloured head on it. I was about to call it a white head, but it's definitely not. A little bit of creaminess coming through there. Like off-white would be a good colour to call it. Lovely levels of carbonation, golden, amber coloured beer in the glass. Let's get the rest in. Pilsners, lagers from Germany, they're generally not bottle conditioned like what might a Bock be or a Weiss beer. They're generally unfiltered bottle conditioned beers. The Pilsners are always quite clear to look at. You can thank the Czechs for that probably. But it's lovely even carbonation on the beer. I'd like to thank at this stage our channel sponsor biersofeurope.co.uk. Biers of Europe, the largest online beer store in the UK with a fabulous range of beer from all around the world. If you've been away working, if you've been on holiday and you found that lovely beer that you've been you settled down to, you become accustomed to, you buy on a weekly basis whilst being away. You come back home, you can't find it anymore, you feel like there's a little hole left in your beery life, then the best place to try and find that beer would be biersofeurope.co.uk. It's a huge warehouse full of beer. It has a restaurant on site as well. You can go in the warehouse, pick up a beer, probably take it to the restaurant. Amazing, pretty amazing. There's a link in the description box for biersofeurope.co.uk. On with the beer review. Aroma. Yeah, German Pilsner. Touch of sweetness in there. A spicy kind of pepperiness, almost like a white pepper coming through. Smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that's delicious. Oh, stone the crows. Stone the crows. I've just reviewed a Austrian lager, Stiegl Gold Brau, to be precise. That was quite carbonated. It was kind of leaning towards more of a malty beer. This is, by the way, too, this has got a nice malt beginning to it. We'll get to that in a moment. But this seems so much more cleaner. The steel Brau was in a green glass bottle. It was slightly skunky. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Watch the video if you fancy watching it. But this seems like a cut above. You're really getting into those light, crisp, malty flavours in the beer. You really do. It's really malt forward, but at the same time, as soon as that malt passes, you get a fantastic bitterness on the back end. Oh, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. This reminds me of some of the better German Pilsners. But I'm going to let you into a tip. Your brain, your body, will quickly accustom to what you're drinking. If you bought, for example, 4 or 5 bottles of Paderborner Pilsner for an evening, really enjoy the first one. Really take in the first one and really enjoy it. Because our bodies are very clever at kind of numbing things out, if you like. After the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, they're not quite like that first beer of the day, if that makes sense. On a Friday, I love a Friday now, I love a Friday. Used to do a lot of Stone Crow virtual pubs on a Friday, but my Friday, so last Friday, I had a few ABK Cala beers. And that first, after you've worked all week, ironically I work in beer, ironically, but there's a difference from standing here talking about a beer for 10 or so minutes, and there's a difference from just putting your feet up over there in the living room with a beer of your personal choice and just kicking back and enjoying it. It's a different experience completely. I love what I do here, I really do. But just to have an empty space of a brain and just drink that first beer after a solid week, ironically, of drinking beer. Whatever you choose to do in life, whatever it is your chosen profession, what I'm trying to say here is that first beer on a Friday after a hard week in work, it's a mental thing. It's kicking off your shoes. It's relaxing for you've earned it, like, you know, you've earned that first beer. And unfortunately, that second beer, the third beer, the fourth, you don't get that same experience from it. I would love to have this as my first beer on a Friday after work. That very first beer, because it's absolutely delicious, this. It really is. The malt quality on the beer is top end. The water's nice and soft. It's clinical, it's clean, there's a lovely bitterness coming through on the back end. What a beer. What a beer. I think I reviewed this beer on the channel back during that 2019 thing that went on. And I don't think I enjoyed it as much as I'm enjoying it today. I think I just appreciated it back then, but I'm absolutely loving this beer now. In bottle, it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Really is. I'm going to go as far as to say that that's a Stone the Crow's 10 out of 10 Pilsner for me. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. I'm not even sure I've ever given a Pilsner a 10 out of 10 before. But please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, cheers.